Hey guys, how's it going? Well, just thought I'd let you check out the newest addition to the XTS family here. This is a Model 2. It's a Q-split. Very, very good condition. I'm debating on whether to actually keep this a Model 2 or go ahead and convert it to Model 3. This is a Q-split. Q-split means 380 to 470. It does have, this is a true R, which is a ruggedized housing with a gas plug. This gas plug, they remove this and they pressurize it. Good tags on it. Everything's been run through NCIC via trace. Very good unit. Don't have any problem with it. The fellow who sold it to me used a stock photo or somebody else's photo. What came didn't have an FDNY knob. It didn't have, well, it wasn't the same case. A little more beat up case, but it's just the kind of thing that you run into when you buy a lot of radios. And while I wasn't thrilled with them about it, I'll live. Anyway, this did have AES-256 hardware encryption. AES-256 hardware encryption is mainly used by the U.S. military. Uses AES-256 almost exclusively in their units, especially on the 2500s and the 5000s. You can get into more algorithms. I believe you can get 5 or 6. I think 5 may be the max, to where you have DES, OFB, DES, XL, AES-256, GCM, and maybe UCM. Could be wrong on that. It's very late. Well, it's very early, let's just say that. But very good unit, and should be a good seller. I do have 3 true XTS5000 Model 3s coming in that 2 of them are brand new in the box, and one of them is I would say probably about 8.5 out of 10 on the appearance scale, cosmetic. But the 2 that are coming in, they do have DES-OFB and DVP hardware encryption. So with hardware encryption, you can take those boards and you can have them flashed for more algorithms, but really for most people's use that do use hardware encryption, they don't need a ton of encryption in them. And usually the keys, and with the OTAR over the air rekeying, and having a key set in your radio, you can switch keys. And they do need to be mated to a radio that also is encrypted. If you don't have that, the encryption is useless. So anyway, let's see, what am I going to do? Oh, there's some units that don't have this. They've got just a black tag. This is more of a newer model. The ones that you see, they just have a black tag on it with the vents. Nothing wrong with that. It just means it's an older model. It's a very good unit. And I think it's a very, very nice, well put together unit. Powers up well. This does have, I did remove the encryption on it. So you're looking at 12 12 firmware, and you know, it is a Bravo. It's an 8 meg. Should be really nice. Be a good seller. And let's see all the little icons there. I've got it loaded up with, I think, 254. This is a trunking radio, and I believe it's 255 channels. One is usually dedicated to the trunking side. So when you are running conventional, you're running, you've got 254 because one is designated for trunking. If I'm incorrect in that statement, feel free to educate me on that. It's been my experience that is pretty much how it works. You've got your battery indicators. All this is accessible in the CPS. If you want to go up in zones, no problem. You know, when it goes up in zones, it's funny that you have to push the right button as opposed to the left. If you're up in zone 3, set in the CPS, push it twice, goes back down to zone 1. Anyway, very good unit. I'll give you a brief demo on it. This is set to RX mixed, so hopefully watch your speakers. Go ahead and power this up. Check, check. Check, check, check. Check, check. Very good unit. Also, another update. I did a video on my last video. I went over some carry options, and the company Rotocom got a hold of me, and they're going to be sending me out a couple free samples of their carry options that I mentioned in my last video, and I really couldn't give you much information on them because I didn't have one in hand. But the fella who came up with these said, well, you know, I'd like to get your feedback on it. I'm going to be sending you a couple. So look in the future. I do like, I went through, after he mentioned that, I went through and I did a little bit of research on exactly all the different things that were taken into consideration for that type of carry, and I am impressed with that type of carry system. It still leaves your radio unprotected, but at the same time, like I said, utilitarian purposes, that's what most people need. And you know, I mean, sure, you can bang up a radio, but at the same time, when you're on the job, when you're a ground pounder, when you're working scenes, when you're getting in and out of cars, if you get in and out of cars, usually the seat belt will scrape the screen. If you go between houses, if you run into bushes, you know, it just, you know what I mean on that. But it'll be interesting how that turns out. But that is a Q split. Both of those are Q split, and this is going to be a very good seller. I'm really looking forward to shipping this out. I've had a lot of people who want to buy internationally. I'm not sure if I really want to go with that. I've done that in the past, but with the customs and the things going on, you've got cross-border fees, you've got currency conversions. There's just a lot of variables. For the folks who do want to buy internationally, I am in charge a small fee for the paperwork and for the processing to get the radios to them, and they'll have to, you know, make sure that I get the full amount of what I'm asking for them in US dollars. So we'll see how that works. I've got a couple people that are trying to do their very best to work out the details, and I've been on the phone quite a bit trying to make that process a little bit easier, but it's kind of a difficult process. But anyway, that's what's going on. Beautiful radio. I do like this in black. I like the Model 2s in black. I don't like them in the Model 3s, but I do like them in the Model 2s. I do like this. This is just a whole lot easier to navigate through because you've got a larger dial on it. But this is a trunking radio with 9600 baud. Firmware is 12, and it is a numbers matching radio. The AES-256 has been removed, and it's up on eBay right now. And that one, that'll probably be sold within a week. I'm still trying to get things. I've got a lot of things going on with acquisitions and trying to work with my distributors. I've been able, through a lot of phone contact and a lot of emails, and you've got a network. If you're going to be in this business, the only way you're going to be able to maintain good units, top of the line units at good prices is to pay, and not only pay, but be willing to put the time and effort in to establishing good relationships with dealers and working out deals. And that's usually what a lot of my afternoons are consisting of. You cannot just hope that they're going to show up on eBay and you'll get lucky. You've got to work in this business, and you've got to work very hard. Like I said, I do 16-hour days, sometimes 18-hour days, 7 days a week. I eat, breathe, and sleep radios. It's real odd when you do get to sleep and you dream radios, and they filter into your subconscious. But anyway, that's pretty much all I wanted to do on this. But anyway, take it easy, guys. Keep an eye out for the Model 2s that are going to be introduced probably by end week. I think I may let one or two of them go. I'm not sure about the configurations in them or not. But the 800 megahertz Model 3s, those are true Model 3s, numbers matching. Two have the encryption in them, one doesn't. Two of them are new in box. One of them has minimal use with just hairline scratches on the screen, very acceptable. And I do want to thank Rick for those. And that's pretty much it. Take it easy, guys, and hope you're having a good week. Oh, yeah. If you are going to do, I've mentioned this a million times, but it can't be overstressed. If you're going to do any kind of rehousing, invest in one of these. Anyway, take it easy, guys. Later on.